Hey everybody! Hello! Good to see you here. Founder and president of the Club Sistas Wildlife Foundation, a nonprofit organization with the bifold mission of helping out in the community and supporting women in the arts. We're here today for our virtual See Hear Say event. I issued prompts, some prompts with three times earlier, about a month ago, and found participants to write a new song or poem or essay or whatever that reflects those um, challenges or uses them. I'm getting posts from the girls backstage that my uh, audio is garbled. So, okay, seems like it's fixed better now. So, this is our first time to use this platform, StreamYard. Brian Scalover is helping us. He's the man behind the curtain. You won't see or hear from him, but we're interacting with him secretly on other screens, and he's making sure that we can all get out and get our get our new material shared with you today. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and invite him to bring all the ladies in. Look at us. Here we all are. There's six of us today. Which is convenient because actual uh, maximum number of people that we can have on the screen at one time. So I'm going to go around and introduce everybody, and I'll start right there with Renee Erosketa, who has the most longevity.
Oh, wrong way.
Right, there you go.
Wait, do it again, Beth. Do it again. Do it again.
Hey, Renee. We did
Hey, Beth. We're a family. Blah, 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 blah,
blah. Up in here today. So, Renee, you've been a member of the Swamp Sisters movement as long as anybody in this group today, and it's always great to have you. I know you have a music school, and you've had to, due to COVID challenges, you've converted for now, at least, to virtually teaching. Tell us about that.
Oh, it looks exactly like this. This is the exact spot that I do my teaching in. I do it via Zoom or FaceTime. It's been a learning curve, but I've also found that when I use my iPad, I can utilize technology in a better way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The only thing we can't do is we can't jam together. So I don't know if you've noticed
the challenge
in your new life, like when someone's talking on Zoom or FaceTime, it mutes the other person. So it is impossible to play music with somebody, which is a real shame.
Yes.
Also, if they just like feel like getting up and walking away from their own piano,
of course.
But another thing that's really cool is that I've started to take on students from all over because now I'm not bound by location.
Exactly.
My newest student is 4 years old, and she can already read not notes but letters, so she can play like a whole bunch of awesome stuff.
That's killer.
That's it's really cool.
So yeah, you, and also now we are no longer limited geographically for our gatherings, which brings me to the next lady I'd like to introduce, who's sitting right below me, Di Sky Blues Walker. Hi, Di is streaming in with us from Virginia.
Yes.
And we're so happy to have you. Di has been an active Swamp Sister. She kind of has split her time between Virginia and Florida, and has been present at many of our volunteer jams for Second Harvest Food Bank of Central Florida, and even kind of became the poster girl for Princess Lala when the photograph Melissa, who's sitting right next to
I remember that.
Cucumbers in a heart shape.
Right.
So
and a potato. And a potato.
And a potato. So, Di, welcome. This is your first See Hear Say. All of our first virtual See Hear Say. We're very happy to have you. And your enthusiasm is infectious, and we appreciate you.
Thank you, Beth.
You're very welcome. Do you have any that you need to share with us in this introductory round that you want to tell us?
No, you did great. Thank you.
I tend to kind of go on, but I want everybody to know everybody. And right next to Di is Melissa Kier Sanchez, who is our lady behind the curtain many times when it comes to social media promotion. And she's also a very creative and talented lady. So she's going to share some words with us today. Di's going to share some words with us today. Maybe a little piece of a song. We'll see how she feels. And then next to Melissa, over
Way over there.
good old Amy Robbins. Hey, Amy.
Hi.
Everybody knows you're a swamp sister because you are out. You well, until lately, you've been you've kind of been our voice on the street.
She's got the street cred of Swamp Sisters.
I'll
Totally.
take it. I'm just glad we're keeping the See Here and Say going.
Right.
It's awesome that we're doing this.
With this, and thanks for y'all for being part of it. Above Amy's in her own little square up there in the northeast of Winter Garden, is April Kessler. Hey, April.
Hi.
You've been busy for the last few months, haven't you? Tell us what you've been up to.
I've been making and selling face masks. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
these
Awesome.
are my non-sports ones, so you can see my fun fabrics.
Oh, those are cute.
Yeah.
Those are cute. I didn't know you were doing that, and I had ordered one. I got a hand-sewn mask from Wendy Davis, Polka's Hottest, too, that I've been enjoying. So
Cool.
thank you for doing that work. And you're doing sports teams, too. I think that's a brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, and I've never really been a big sports fan, but my mom is. And so, she made a Tigers mask, and then I like modeled the Tigers mask in the, Etsy pictures. And then all of a sudden it was like, do you have this team? Do you have that team? And now we have like 100 teams. So,
So which has been the most popular or most requested team?
We do get a lot of Florida team requests, but I think it's partly because the shipping is fast and people just figure they're going to get it right away. But I mean, all the standards like Red Sox and Cubs and
More baseball than football?
No, lots of football too. I mean, we've really been selling a lot. I mean, we've sold about 5,000 masks in 6 weeks.
Oh, wow.
A lot, yeah, a lot. Which is one reason I didn't really tell anyone about it, because I mean, I've been like so overwhelmed. I've just been like trying to get the orders out, and then finally we caught up, and now we're caught up. So
awesome. Well, I'm glad that you could be here with us today.
Yeah.
We've got 13 folks. Viewing. So hi, who's viewing. We'd love to see your comments. There's Patty saying hi to you, Di.
Hi, Patty.
And Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Boy, Diane, you're such a trooper. She is a pal and a half. And
What a cute picture.
I know, isn't that a great picture? We inherited Diane when we started having our Lala events at the Orlando Fringe. She's a big time Fringe supporter too. So we're thrilled for all the times that Diane stands up for us and backs and supports us and tells people about us. It's a pretty cool thing. So let's get on with it, okay?
Okay.
Let's kick it off with some words. Di, you have first of all, let's remind everybody what the prompts were. See here and say it's when we gather ahead of time. I issue prompts for to challenge everyone to create some kind of new poem or song or painting or comedy sketch or whatever that either incorporates or is inspired by the prompts. The prompts this for this See Here Say this month are sunrise, felt, and trumpet. So Di did something really beautiful creatively. So share with us what you did, Di.
Okay, so I love photography. Since this is see, say, and hear, so I wrote a poem, which from my heart, about the photos that I have taken or I have used. and I wanted to read the poem. And I'm going to read the poem. In awe of the beauty, the sunrise on the water, the magnificent sea, the brilliant colors, in the smiles on their faces, the light in their eyes, the love in our hearts, my soul shouts for joy.
That's beautiful, Di. And I thanks for
Baby.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you. I took that. The photo in the center was taken at Cocoa Beach in Florida.
All right.
You know, I lived there for 10 years. So, and we do frequently go a couple of times a year.
Yep. Yeah. It's hard to beat Cocoa.
Macon, Florida, and Virginia. So anyway, so that was brief. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. It's just really brief also. But a very dear friend wrote this song and gave us permission to use it and record it or whatever we wanted to do with it. And it uses the prompt sunrise as well. So I don't have any background music, so I'm going to do this a cappella. So it's just a very short little ditty. So with these times, I've probably gone a little psycho at times, but the name of the song is Psycho Mama. I'm a psycho mama. I got worn out shoes. I got a hole in my pocket. I've got nothing to lose. Yeah, yeah. Lots of love to give. Much more than time to live. I got a mountain sunrise. I got a contrail sky. I've got hope for the future. Yeah, yeah. Lots of love to give. Much more than time to live. All this love to give. So that was written by my dear friend Ralph Getzinger, and he is an amazing person and musician, and he gave us permission to use that song.
Well,
so I thought it was perfect.
Very catchy. I like it.
Yay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna spin now to Amy and ask you what you got, Amy, musically for us. I'm assuming you've at least written part of the song because you always do.
Yeah, I've got a good start to something. I used the prompt felt and sunrise. And I was just trying to envision like how you feel at sunrise if you haven't slept the night before. Or maybe if you have just you can't hear me. Can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay. So this is doesn't have a name yet, but I just
maybe we can help you with that.
Yeah, maybe so. I felt it at sunrise, the night left behind. Your soft glowing skin lit up with moonshine. But out here in the daylight, the only darkness that's left is underneath my eyes. And this smile on my lips that tells of the night speaks of no regrets. I can feel it in my bones. It's been aching in my chest. Hopes for tomorrow, tears of yesterday. When you talked about the hard things, oh man, I was blown away. Da 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 dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum. The clock's moving slowly, my keys by the door, and your shoes look so lonely, lined up on the floor. Now you think you know me, and everything's in its place. You saw between the lines, you saw this look upon my face that tells of the night, speaks of no regrets. I can feel it in my bones, it's been aching in my chest. Hopes for tomorrow, tears of yesterday, when you talked about the hard things. Oh man, I was blown away. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. I felt it at sunrise, the night left behind. Your soft glowing skin lit up with moonshine. But out here in the daylight, the only darkness that's left is underneath my eyes, and this smile upon my lips that tells of the night, speaks of no regrets. I can feel it in my bones, it's been aching in my chest. Hopes for tomorrow, tears of yesterday. And when you talked about the hard times, oh man, I was blown away. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da.
Nice. Well,
Thank you.
He's doing the
Oh, the little
shop applause.
I like it.
So that was awesome, Amy.
Thank you.
So sort of like a modern day country strangers in the night.
Oh, I like that comparison. I'll take it.
Right, right. Yeah. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Thank you.
So when you started coming up with it, let's tell everybody a little bit, or can you tell us a little bit about your process? Like, do you just sit down and pick up the guitar and then kind of add words all sitting on the couch, or did you get all anal and like, type out lyrics and look for rhymes? How do you do it?
Well, a lot of times I'll just pick up the guitar and I'll strum something and try to sing a melody over it and come up with some words later. But in this situation, I actually wrote the first couple of verses first. I was thinking about the prompts and I was like, I'm going to do this one different than I normally do. So I sat down and thought about feeling it at sunrise, and I wrote the first like 6 lines or so, and then I got the guitar and I just started working on a melody for it.
Awesome.
And I played around with those couple verses until today, and I finally tried to add some others, because sometimes when I get started on something, I get kind of stuck in like the original stuff that I wrote, so I have to push myself to actually finish it. But I feel closer now to having this one done.
Yay! Your friend. That's what I call my songs when I write them. They're like my new little friend.
Yeah.
I visit them and sing them, and they sometimes change from one visit to the next. Like, oh, my friend wants me to do this. So
yeah,
things to hear about everybody else's process. So I'm going to skip down below and ask Melissa. She'll share something with us, and this is Melissa's first time to share for us.
It is, yes.
We love you here, Melissa. We love you.
So I'm super nervous. I'll say that much. For one, I have not been able to get through it without crying yet, so I'm going to try really hard. I wrote I write children's books, and I wrote a short child's book specifically on grief. I lost my brother about 1.5 years ago now, little brother, and during the process, I kind of realized there's really not a lot of good grief books out there for kids. A lot of them kind of talk down to kids when kids see a lot more than we give them credit for. So I've been sitting on a story for a while, but Sunrise and Felt really spoke to me. Sunrise because there's always even though tomorrow is not always promised to us, that, you know, when we have that new day to look forward to. And then I just, you know, I felt this in my bone that it needed to be written. So I'm going to try to read it without crying. So
We're
give me
here.
a second.
Thank you, Melissa. And this is so incredibly cool that you're bringing this honesty and this genuine emotion to share with us. We're really, I have chill bumps already. You haven't even spoken yet. I know how sincere, you know, and heartfelt this is going to be, and I'm really honored that you're sharing it with us.
Well, thank you. I feel like I'm in a safe place to do this, so I appreciate you guys. Okay, so this is called Where Has Brother Gone? His bed was empty this morning when I went to wake him up. He wasn't behind the door or in the closet or even in his favorite hiding spot. Excuse me. Where has my brother gone? He wasn't at breakfast or at the bus stop with his friends. He wasn't playing ball at recess or in the cafeteria when lunch came. Where has my brother gone? At dinner, his chair sat empty, not a plate in its usual place. I dressed for bed and brushed my teeth, but still, he never came. Where has my brother gone? Sorry. My brother isn't missing, though I miss him a lot. He's no longer in pain, and he will always be safe. I'm sad my brother's gone and that he's passed away. Sorry. Where has my brother gone? He's gone to a better place. I know I'll never see him again, at least not in the same way. But I'll see him in my dreams and all the things we love to do. And I'll carry on his memory and honor him through and through. And that's kind of a really rough draft, but that's kind of what I came up.
Thank you for sharing that with us. Really
Yeah,
beautiful sentiment. And you know, I think you're right. Kids are hit to more than, you know, than we realize sometimes. And I think that, you know, having these conversations are important with kids, you know, so that they're not left out to figure out, you know, maybe a little kid might think it was their fault their brother was gone or something, you know, because they just don't know what's happening. So I'm really touched. Does anybody else have any comments? I kind of feel like I'm doing all the talking.
That was really beautiful, Melissa. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
I think that's a really healthy way to deal with the mourning and the pain.
Yeah, mourning process. And you know, Renee and I, a couple of years ago, wrote a song called "The Fall," that is kind of a grief-based song. And ironically, Melissa, something that you had posted about your grief at one point about your father's death inspired me on the bridge of that song. And I pretty much just kind of copied some of your words and turned them into a bridge on that song. And the name of that song, folks, is The Fall. And it's on my album, Dreamwood Acres, if you want to look it up on Spotify. And by the way, we have a Swamp Sistas playlist on Spotify with lots of music by women, kind of mostly Southern women that have participated in Swamp Sister activities. So if you're a listener, go find Swamp Sisters playlist on Spotify. You'll really enjoy it. I think a little bit of it was playing right before we came on the screen today. So yeah, that's awesome. So speaking of Renee, Renee's muted. So we're gonna ask. There we go.
Why don't you play The Fall? That was the best segue ever.
You're right. It is, isn't it? Well, for one thing, the B flat is gone on this swirly. It's in the process of being.
I got it. In the spirit of collaboration, you just yell B flat a couple seconds before. And I'll just hold it the whole time. Go ahead.
Thank you, Renee. That's perfect. Okay, I'll do it.
Thank you.
I'll just do it on fire. She has a feeling fall is coming, closes the door and tries to unwind. Yesterday caught her without a warning, but she learned her lesson ready this time. Once you survive the worst that could happen, there's no disaster that you can't take on. Everyday problems leave her all rattled, wondering where her courage has flown. But she has right now love wraps like covers around her, makes her feel better somehow. As hard as she works at keeping out the cold, fall always turns her world around. Day brings potential, new beginnings, a long list of loose ends and things to be done. Right on his heels, an ache so familiar blocks all the light, right back to square one. Come on right now. Here comes Melissa's bridge. There's a shadow that blooms in the darkness, and it waits to catch you unguarded and consume you. So come on right now, love wrapped like ribbon around her, make her feel better somehow. As hard as she works at keeping out the cold, come on right now. Come on right now. Right now. Right now. So written by three of us right here in the spring. That's right now. Still, the fall. Yeah. Thanks for that idea, Renee. You're so good at always coming up with those good ideas. Let's pop over to you and see what you've got from the inspiration bank for the prompts that we issued. And Brian's gonna unmute
Me?
you. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, I mute myself.
Oh, okay.
I mute myself. Okay. Well, so I started working on this song this morning, and I'm looking up a Spotify song to tell you where I got the inspiration from.
Okay.
So I figured I love to listen to these lo-fi beats.
Thanks, guys. Okay, lo-fi beats, gotcha.
So I was
that
just gonna
great chill jam.
Just rip this off. I was just gonna completely rip it off, or just hold it right here and sing it. But I didn't do that. I wrote it on piano, then I transferred it to guitar.
Okay.
So let's do it. It's an F sharp because I'm a jerk.
I like to write songs in keys that I'm not as familiar with, because then I tend to play more by ear and what sounds good to me instead of like what I know technically would be the correct.
You know, no matter where I start, sometimes I always fall back into the same patterns. That's okay. It's stylistic.
Also stylistic, and I like how you went and got inspiration from somewhere and took our prompts, and you put them together, and
And the more you work with it, the further it gets from the original idea.
oh yeah.
So let's see. You can have the last word. You can have all of the words, but it won't do you any good. 'Cause the way that you use them, it spins up a story, a fable you've already heard. And you don't even know. It keeps you alone. And it keeps you from healing. It keeps you from dealing. It keeps you from letting yourself let it go. That thing that you held that can barely be held. So take all the words and take all the hurt and scream in the dark all the things that you felt. And it might do some good to use up the words that I'm not gonna keep to myself. I already know that I'm not okay, and I'm not ready to take on a day, but they come for us anyway. So you can have the last word.
Nice. I love that, Renee.
Thanks.
Beautiful. Boy,
Yeah,
we're
sounds
chanting.
exactly like another one of my songs, but I'm not going to play that one today.
That's okay.
Oh, hey, while we're in this orientation, in a moment, Beth, could I get you to put your hands like this? Go ahead. But on top of your head. Okay, not yet. Not yet. And then April, if you could just give a big hug to somebody who's very tall on the side. And then Amy, if you could do the yoga tree pose where your hands are like this, but all the way up in the air. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead, Beth.
Am I right?
YMCA.
I was waiting for that.
Thank you.
Young man.
That was funny. Nothing like some brevity after an intense song like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Followed, So
We need to level it off.
Cheer, level it off. Bring it.
So I can't hear anybody again.
April, can you give us something? What you got?
What did I do? Okay, so I had tried to write a song, but then I've been so out of the loop. But then I wrote a poem. So the poem is using the sunrise prompt as well. It's a perfect prompt for a poem and a song, I think. So, okay. So it's called Sunrise because which animals of all the animals have learned to be false for protection, for survival, for evil fun? The bird flies inches from my eye as I gaze from the balcony at the enormous emerging circle of sun, a circle fixed round and still in millions of postcards, pictures, and paintings, but now rapidly floating and flaming outside of the lines. What does the bird feel? Diving down for breakfast into the great undulating waves of turquoise, jade, and slate green. It is always majestic. We pay a high price to see this show, to be reminded of the birth of a new day, to remember to live right now instead of in yesterday or tomorrow. I want to be the bird flying, skimming the great expanse, only needing my daily catch, and not thinking of how to own the sea and the sky to get it. It takes the small silver flash of life into its mouth. It knows this, what it needs to fly. I stand at the edge, 10 stories above the grand vista. I hope to be here with no pretense, an honest witness, an animal who is a friend of reality, appearing and disappearing rhythmically into the salt of the sea, like the dolphin I see swimming as the sun rises.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Good job. It's
So
beautiful.
what was the process, April? Did you just sit down and whip that brilliance out, or did you go in places, or what?
So first I had written a song actually with guitar, but there weren't this many words. And then I abandoned it. And then, I had been at the beach recently. I actually, saw the sunrise about a week ago, I guess it was. And and this was basically a scene that I had seen in real life. And but thinking a lot about what's going on in the world. That's where the kind of falseness came in. Like I was just sort of reflecting on how animals are true, as much as they can be. I mean, we do have animals that have evolved to have camouflage and things like that. So I was just sort of like meditating on these layers, I guess. And then there was really no editing. Like I just like wrote it and thought it would be better to read to you than my half finished song.
Well, I'd love to hear your half-finished song.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. And if you want to circle back in a few minutes and play the half-finished song,
I won't.
I get it. I do. So I guess it's kind of my turn to sing a song. To sing a prompt song. I've already sung the fob. But I'm going to sing my prompt song for you guys, and it's called Railroad Ties. I've been in the process of recording it a little bit here in my home studio. And the recording process for me is, I don't know, I get a little bit OCD with it. So I've been playing it in several different keys, at several different tempos, with several different beats and all that kind of stuff. So today, who knows what version's going to come out. It's called Railroad Ties, and it's based on a true story of a friend of a friend, or a relative of a friend, or something like that, that I was told about a young woman whose family, living in a small town in Mississippi, came on hard times, and she had to do some undesirable work to help pay the family bills, which kind of became a way of life that she always wanted to get away from, and to, kind of send her on a journey of sadness. And I guess the parallel for me for that is for all of us. We kind of are always seeking something better for ourselves, something different, and sometimes find us in a situation or a place that we don't feel is good for us, and are looking for the exit plan, so to speak. I've done a few exit plans in my lifetime, I'll be honest. Her railroad ties are from a past of horizontal line, memories that never sleep, hard times to make ends meet, telegraph lines and hotel suites, brakemen and conductors while the trains are being staged, like days a week, holiday rates, the roundhouse guys from the icy line, bringing their union paychecks and leaving by sunrise. She'll get away looking glass to see herself in. Past will be the past. Time can take its time. She can start all over and be fine. Once she leaves those railroad ties that bind. Wedding cake and gown, a boy from another town, promises to love and keep, pure light and sugar sweet, that never made her life complete. Just one more fine rendition of the same old song and dance. Never mind romance. She needs another chance. Somewhere else to get away from those railroad ties that bind. She'll get away any way she can. Find another looking glass to see herself in. Past will be the past. Time can take its time. She can start all over and be fine. Once she leaves those railroad ties behind. Once she leaves those railroad ties that bind. Railroad ties. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
That's great.
That's actually what I started. I write with my friends on Tyler. And then through a poem at me, and I switched it all around and added music, restructured a lot of it, added some of my own lyrics. So I do greatly encourage collaboration. I practice quite a bit of collaboration simply because that seems to help me get things done. Not simply just that, but I like the input. I like having multiple threads of creativity happening at once. So it's all a cool thing. Does anybody else have my tendency to love the collaborative process?
Even from a writing standpoint, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to well, Melissa and I collaborate a lot behind the scenes. Because
Me
she's
too.
help with promotional stuff. And when we had our Sistas virtual La La Hope from home, she was a huge help with getting the word out so that people would know to tune in and watch us. And she helps put together our e-blasts and very good at messaging because she's got that
Thank
knack
you.
for words. So we throw things back and forth between us all the time. It's a great way to kind of, stay in touch too, right?
That's true.
So,
Teamwork makes the dream work.
yes, ma'am. It does. It does. So, Amy, I realize everyone's thrown out their or displayed or performed their inspiration piece, and we've got a little left time left. So, will you throw us another song? Just
Sure, I'd love to.
okay.
Why don't I do another one that I wrote for a previous Swamp Sista Songwriter Challenge?
That would be lovely.
This one is from, I think, last year. And the prompt that I used for this was make, just the word make. And so I wrote a song called Make It Big. And it's about a small town musician trying to make something of themselves, make sense of it all. Here it goes. Small town living never felt so good. You were the brightest star in the neighborhood. And everywhere you go, you play those whiskey-soaking songs. hoping that they would sing along. Maybe it'll move this whole thing along. Maybe then you'd live up to the words you sing in your songs. You're gonna make it, trust me. You're gonna make it big. And all those girls are gonna scream and shout when they see you on TV. Yeah, all those girls are gonna scream and shout when they see you on TV. Drinking your way all across the land and getting this town in the palm of your hand. Crying about the world, oh how it's dark and trouble bound. Well, that voice inside you never screams so loud. You gotta do it right, gotta do it right now. Time has come for you to stand up and rise from the crowd. You're gonna make it, trust me. You're gonna make it big. And all those girls are gonna scream and shout when they see you on TV. Yeah, all those girls are gonna scream and shout when they see you on TV. There's still some things weighing on your chest. You gotta unload it so you can feel your best. And keep playing all those whiskey-soaking songs, hoping that they would sing along. Maybe it'll move this whole thing along. Maybe then I'd live up to the words I sing in my songs. You're gonna make it, trust me. You're gonna make it big. And all those girls are gonna scream and shout when they see you on TV. You're gonna make it, trust me. You're gonna make it big. And all those girls are gonna scream and shout when they see you on TV. Yeah, all those girls are gonna scream and shout when they see you on TV. All those girls are gonna scream and shout when they see you on TV. Thanks.
I remember when you first threw that song out. I think it was at one of our physical gatherings at Stardust Video and Coffee. Is that
Yeah.
Amy?
Maybe I was thinking it might have been a Blue Bamboo.
Okay, maybe. But I love it. Scream and shout when they see you. You're gonna make trust me. That sounds like a producer talking, doesn't it?
It does.
Shout when they see you on TV.
Trust me.
You're gonna make it big. Just so that's awesome. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out how long we've been gathering between, we've gone through periods where we gathered at my home, and then we started gathering publicly with our what we called just a songwriter circle. And I would issue these prompts, and everyone would kind of come together and share and hang out. And then I realized that, man, we shouldn't be limiting ourselves just to songwriters. We should include visual artists and spoken word and comedians and anybody really that wants to participate. And we're throwing that out to all the women who are watching now or might see this later, because it's also going on our YouTube channel, which is Swamp Sistas. Surprise, surprise. And the whole meaning of this is to support women in the arts and help out in the community. So this portion of what we're doing is the supporting women in the arts deal. We want to encourage our Swamp Sister friends to tap into that part of them, that nugget inside that's creative and has something special to share. And we invite you to come do this with us. So we're gonna do it again. Do y'all think we should do this again in a month? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
So
I don't want to do it without Brian though.
You want
yeah.
I don't
Not
wanna do it without Brian.
No, we need Brian.
We need
Brian. Brian is so locked in. Brian is giving you a virtual heart for your your help today. He's been great. I thought that was him typing. I still don't know what the typing sound is, but um, um, so yeah, so we'll come up with some more prompts, and we'll schedule another one of these. And if you're watching, I'm sorry to limit it to women, but hey, it's just for women right now. We might open it up. We'll have a special episode with the Mistas too. But right now, we're supporting women in the arts. I'm sure you understand. So, any women that would like to join in with this kind of creative Tupperware party, so to speak, we would love to have you. So find us, comment on this thread, or send us a message on the Swamp Sisters page on Facebook. And we'll pop you into our See Hear Say group, which is just a group of the creative element who want to participate in these types of things. And maybe you next time you can share a song, a sketch, or painting with us. In the past, at our physical gatherings, Bethany Myers has done some beautiful live painting while we were performing, and I'm going to ask her next time if maybe she might do that with us next time. It would be awesome for Bethany just to be there painting, and then at the end of our session we have an awesome painting to look at. So
A reveal.
yeah. So Renee, do you have another song that you can share with us if you hit the unmute button?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. I'm gonna back up. Get a little rock and roll. Aha. Came in through the window and burned away the winter left in the corners. My dust and dark collection now destroyed. The case is open wide. The case is full of lies and all my years of careful preservation. All for nothing. It is March, it is morning, it is Friday, I am 30, there is coffee, there is honey. You got up, you got dressed, went to work, and you said that you try to get home early. I'm alone in your house, it is the first time I've been here. It is weird how close you live to our high school. And I feel like I'm coming back after years and years and years of being lost. And I feel like I'm coming back after years and years of being sad. You know, I didn't even know I was sad. I mean, I knew something was wrong, but I guess I just thought life is just like that. Put the pick down. It's been a while for me. And it's been a long time since I had my own room, and it's been a long time since I kissed someone new, and it's been a long time since I had someone to wake up next to. And it's been a long time since I knew that my dreams were worth any time and worth mentioning. And it's been a long time since I really felt that thing. You know that thing. You know that thing. You know that thing, and then all of the things, and then all the things, all of the things, and I feel like I'm coming back after years being lost. And I feel like I'm coming back after years being sad. You know, I didn't even know I was sad. I mean, I knew something was wrong, but I guess I just thought life was just like that.
Bravo!
Yeah.
Let's see. I like that, Renee. Do you put honey in your coffee?
I used to. I go in 5 years cycles of honey and depression and jobs.
That's a mood.
And more. I did that too until I reached the ripe old age of 37, at which point I married Juan Perez, and it stuck. So, you know, and he's been a really grounding. I mean, I still have my 5-year cycles of things that I love and toss aside.
But not one so far. He's sticking.
But not one. And the longest I've lived in not Orlando. I mean, yeah, I haven't left Orlando except to travel extensively or spend summers in North Carolina. But yeah, so you know, so we always have all these things we're exploring and tasting and trying, and I don't know. It seems like a good thing. I'm practicing these days the concept of that every choice I have made is just the perfect choice in the given point in time. So that, you know, because who cares, right? If I just tell myself, maybe it is. Maybe, you know, there's one of those things like if I turned down the street and got lost, that kept me from experiencing something worse. That's what I'm saying. Or whatever I do, all the choices I make. I'm trying to give myself more self confidence, I guess is what I'm saying, instead of constantly questioning myself. But who knows? Might as well. So, how's everybody doing? How are you? I mean, these are trying times. We've had a lot of turmoil, and you know, of course, a lot of fear and a lot of uncertainty. So let's do a roll call around the room, so to speak, and tell me how you tell us all how you're doing and how you're coping. Melissa, will you kick it off for us?
Okay. I think surviving is what everyone is kind of doing right now. I wish I was thriving, but not yet. But I know it's coming. I struggle with mental health, so I struggle with anxiety and stress and depression and all those things, and I feel everything. So stuff like that's happening right now, I feel it all, and it's exhausting and draining. So it's kind of nice to have these moments and these pockets to kind of build yourself back up and get your legs under you again. So I'm doing better every day.
That's beautiful. Thank you for your honesty, Melissa. April, can you tap in and give us an emotional update on you?
Well, I mean, I was so busy with the masks and also selling a lot of fabric that it kind of helped me in the way that I was really like a work zombie. But it was also intense because a lot of the messages I would get were from like nurses and people who needed masks and couldn't get masks, from where they should be able to get them. And now that has kind of, we've caught up and I have more time to think, it happened right when, we became the epicenter, of the virus. So I don't know, I'm okay. I think it's helping to be really busy, and I just worry mostly for, my parents and other people. And I just try to focus on, I feel grateful to have what I have, and I'm just trying to stay focused. And this has been great. Like when I saw this on Facebook, I sent you a message. I've been completely out of the loop. I haven't even looked at Facebook in months. And so I realized I needed to start getting back into things like this. And so I'm really thankful that we're here today.
Yay!
Thank you.
Di, how about you? Give us an update on you.
Well, I'm a very emotional person as well. Always have been. These are times that I've learned that I need to be more grateful for everything that I do have. And I'm just embracing being near my family, my grandchildren, the beautiful nature that I am around. We're between two lakes, and we have horses and cows as neighbors, and just embracing being able to go out into nature. I do my yoga, and of course the music and the art, and and keeping in touch. I mean, this is wonderful. Just being able to keep in touch visually and audio, and just creating and appreciating, and gratitude is definitely the thing. So I struggle too with getting down a little once in a while. So this is wonderful.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I think all of us, I think creative people are a little thin-skinned. I think we are empathic. I think that's what makes us be creative. Is our not just our ability, but the natural way that we tend to absorb all the things that are happening around us, and we tend to absorb maybe other people's emotions or other people's reactions. I used to call myself the human sponge, because if I'm around somebody else and they're in a bad mood, boy, I'm going to be in a bad mood. I'm just like, I'm not that person that's really good at cheering people up, because I go right down with them. But then if I learn that about myself, I try to go like, okay, well, at least remove yourself from this situation, because you're not helping. Go be sad or write a song or something. I don't know. All the little tools that we come with. So what's an update on you, Renee? You're looking mighty pensive over there and beautiful today, I might add.
Oh, thank you. I actually I feel like I'm coming back after years.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
That's fabulous.
Yeah. It's taken a long time. But I've got some things I've got a lot of things contributing to that. And then as they start developing critical mass, then they spawn better things that make me feel better. For example, you guys pushed me to write a song today. And I don't think I would have even had the energy to do that a couple of weeks ago. I was kind of in a problematic relationship, and I finally got the nerve to ditch that. I'm on Weight Watchers.
Woo-wee.
I think about a year ago, I think another downturn happened about a year ago when I got into some dependency issues. And it's taken me several months to slowly come off of that and start feeling like a human again, because I want to feel like a human again. Like when life goes from being tolerable to livable to pleasant, and then with little spikes of joy, and I'm starting to see little spikes of joy.
That's good. That gives me joy.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna ride it as long as it happens, and then I'll deal with whatever's next.
That's the way to do it. I think this is so cool. We're being all so honest and upfront about our stuff and how we deal with it. And I really hope that somebody might see or hear a little something that gives them a little trigger, like, oh, and doesn't feel alone in their sadness or doesn't feel alone in their whatever their stress or coping with. And
Clinical depression, whatever.
those things, those little things
Well,
in your day.
and they're very isolating situations, depression, anxiety, they're very isolating. So when you can find somebody who even has, your stories are different, but who can still understand what you're going through, it's hard and vulnerable to be in that situation, but it's also empowering and uplifting, and it's just a conversation that needs to be had.
Amen. Amen, Melissa.
Yeah.
So the last person that has not checked in, given us the emotional check-in, is Howie in the Hills site.
Hello.
Who during this whole COVID crisis, moved from an apartment with her husband. He moved too.
Yeah.
She brought him with her.
Yeah, I brought him with me. I was actually really happy to move out of the apartment during the pandemic because it's like automatically I feel less at risk just not being in a building with 100 other people, And Howie in the Hills is really nice. It's a quiet area. We lived here for several years before, and we're actually on the same street, exactly one door over. And Matt's brother lives in the house we used to live in, so we have our little Howie in the Hills compound over here. Yeah. And it's been really nice to be that close to family, and we've got a couple other friends in the neighborhood, so it's been a good change for us. On the music and gig front, there's not a lot going on for me, which has given me some time to write some new songs. I recently got some recording equipment, so I've been working on some stuff here, and that's been keeping me pretty busy for the last week or so. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's really fun to like sit at home and actually work on stuff before you even think about taking it to a bigger studio or anything. You can get everything together, organize your thoughts, organize the parts. So yeah, I've been enjoying that. But yeah, I've been doing pretty good. I feel like sometimes there's not much going on, and then sometimes there's a ton going on, and I can't think about anything.
Well, you're very lucky to have family, and your family's very lucky to have you so nearby. Because I know you got nieces and nephews that you're able to interact with and play a role in their life, and that's huge. And I know,
Oh yeah, I'm really grateful for having good family and for being in the situation that we're in. I know there's a lot of people that don't have it as good as I do, and it's a lot harder for them, especially during the pandemic and people being out of work, and it's just been a mess. So it's personally opened my eyes a little bit about what I have and how grateful I feel.
Yep. I feel very lucky too. And Juan and I were talking about that last night. I'm like, I know this is, kind of a bummer sometimes. And I think he's probably a little more social of a personality than I am. And I think he struggles with just not being able to hang out with the guys like every day like he's used to. But he's we feel very lucky that we have food. And speaking of food and food challenges, I know there are many families that I want to take a second to do a little community service and suggest that if anybody is looking for a way to help out, that Second Harvest Food Bank of Central Florida is always helping out, and now they're helping out more than ever. The calls that they're getting for food assistance have, I think, tripled since this whole pandemic began. So, if you got a few bucks that you can chip into something, that would be an awesome way to spend it. I think the Lala Summer Hope website is probably still up. You could even easily do it over. Just jump over to lalasummerhope.com and chip in a few bucks. Like even $5 will provide 20 meals for kids this summer. So that's something you can feel really good about. Of course, we're also accepting donations for the Swamp Sistas Lala Foundation today. If anyone wants to throw a few bucks at us, that will help us do more programs like this, and also meet our annual operational expenses. and also help us. Hey, JT, we
Hey.
since you're here now. We hope you'll join us next time with some words or music. We miss you. And so, yeah, if anybody wants to chip in a few bucks, we would be very grateful. It can be done with the PayPal me link that's flying across the screen now, or on our Swamp Sistas page. There's a donate button on Facebook, and there's a link on our website too. So no pressure, but if you just feel it, we're always helpful. Grateful for the help. Okay, so we're gonna do this next month. This is June. We're gonna do one of these in July. Yeah, is that what we're saying?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do y'all want to come up with some prompts right now?
Sure.
Okay, we got to have 3. Well, we like to have 3. So, if somebody, Melissa, I feel energy on your. Do you have a prompt that you'd like to suggest?
I think of 4th of July, so maybe fireworks or firework or
right, firecracker,
yeah,
firecracker.
Oh, Amy's. Are you liking firecracker?
I'm liking firecracker.
Firecracker, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so firecracker is one. Renee, you got
Buckle.
something? What?
Buckle.
Buckle. I thought you said brothel.
I thought you said freckle.
No, I already wrote that.
Freckle. I like freckle even better.
I got lots of those.
Oh, this is gonna be an Americana song. So we got freckle and firecracker. Oh, somebody's calling me. Let me turn this.
See if they have any ideas.
Okay, sorry.
Interruption.
But Melissa, that's easy for you to say because you're writing essays. But what rhymes interruption?
Not real words.
Firecracker, freckle. We just need one more. We lost die, didn't we? Oh.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Frog legs. Just kidding.
Oh,
or sky in honor of our lost sky.
Hey, that's a good idea. Sky.
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Sky's kind of close to firecracker, though.
Oh, yeah, that's true. No. We could use those together instead of
firecracker, freckle.
It's very summery,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Should we put a food in there?
A food?
Corn?
Cornbread.
You have to stick with the alliteration. Come on, Beth.
Oh, do we? We do have.
True.
That,
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Fried chicken.
Firefly.
I'd be down with fried chicken. I'd be down.
Yeah.
Diane suggested one, and that's a great one. Reunion.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Because it gives us hope for when we can be reunited physically. So
yes.
Okay, that's gonna be it, Diane.
Reunited in a piece.
So
yeah.
Freckle, reunion.
Free union.
Oh, now Diane's going nuts.
Cheers.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie. So
there's my mom. Hi, Joyce Johnson.
Fiddle, of course.
Fiddle is the other F.
I like that fiddle has double meaning.
Yes, I like words that have double meanings too.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's alliterative. Like Renee called firecracker, freckle, fiddle.
Can we have 4? Is that okay?
Sure. So we'll keep reunion.
Free union. Yeah.
Okay.
Reunion.
Firecracker, fiddle, freckle, reunion. And we'll put them all. I'm going to put, when we have the reunion, we'll have firecrackers and the freckled child.
On the fiddle.
Fiddle. Play the fiddle. There you go.
Fiddle.
Okay. Fiddle around. Okay. Well, I think that we've, been jibber jabbering along. Does somebody want to do one more song to wrap this thing up? I guess that would be either Amy, Renee, or me,
or you.
What is that? Y'all gonna
or
make
we could YMCA it again.
Okay. Well, gosh, I feel so out of practice. I'm scared. You caught me off guard when you told me to sing the fall, Renee. I was scared I wasn't going to be able to remember. I did. Okay, I'm going to do And Everything Changed because that was one of our early prompts. Hey, Brian, do me a favor and keep everybody on the screen. I don't care if I'm big or little. I just want to see you. Sometimes something happens. Life takes an unexpected turn. And it alters everything for everyone concerned. Take it a minute, they had it all. Living in paradise. Till one morning Eve decided she wanted more out of life. The tree of knowledge slew, temptation overruled. Eve ate forbidden fruit. God disapproved and everything changed. It was a whole new game. I knew it. The journey had begun. Gas had hit the flame. Once the veil was lifted, darkness fell away. Whole world looked different forever from that day. Let's talk about Moses and the children of Israel fleeing across the desert. Pharaoh was hot on their trail. Mountains to the left, or is this the left? Red Sea on the right. All the people cried, Lord have mercy. We're gonna die tonight. Moses said, be still, and raised his staff on high. When the waters parted, you know what happened? Moses led his tribe, everything changed. It was a whole new game. We're the castanets. The journey had begun. Gas had hit the flame. Once the veil was lifted, darkness got away. And the whole world looked different forever from that day. Forever from that day. Well, how about Ezekiel? When he saw that wagon wheel, let me fly, he sang out. I want to see how freedom feels. Everything changed. It was a whole new game. The journey had begun. Gas had hit the flame. Once the veil was lifted, darkness fell away. Whole world looking different forever from that day. Forever from that day. Let me see you sway. Forever, forever, all changed. Nothing is new normal again. Change, everything changed. Wonderful activity. So that's a demonstration of how unseriously we take ourselves.
Going to the veil. Amazing.
We do
How to
invite
throw in the veil.
we do invite our friends, our women friends, and as Renee poignantly pointed out, those who identify as female, come on, be our sister. We want you. We'd love to have you all participate next month with Freckle, Fireworks, Fiddle, Firecracker, sorry, yes, or any of that. Firecracker, Firework, Roman Candle. It's, oh, Dice back. Hey. We missed you.
I was watching on Facebook.
Oh, good. So yes, we hope that folks will reach out to me or reach out to one of us and let us know if you'd like to participate next time with reunion, firecracker, freckle, fiddle, anything. Create something new. It gives you something to look forward to, and then we'll tell you you're great because you are. If you want to follow us on our social media channels, just look for Swamp Sistas, spelled like it is here, and follow us. We're everywhere, and we'd love to have you interact with us and be part of the gang.
Yes.
What am I missing? We'd love for you to chip in at lalasummerhope.com to help feed some hungry kids this summer with Second Harvest Food Bank of Central Florida. And if you want to help us keep doing some of this, you can chip in at swampsistas.com or the PayPal me links that are all the links that are strolling across here. Thanks so much, everybody, for being with us today. Thanks to you, ladies, for being here.
Thank you.
Hey, hold my hand.
Oh, yeah, we're going to
wait.
Other way. Hold my hand. Hold my hand.
Yeah, right. There you go. Diane, your hand. Okay. Oh, look, Kitty did it too. Is that a girl, Kitty? All right. Thanks to Brian Glover for helping us today. You did brilliantly, Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
And thanks to all our friends for tuning in. This should probably save afterwards and be available for anybody that wants to watch us be goofy in the future if you can't sleep tonight.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, we'll put you to sleep.
the best was when Brian thought Renee was mistakenly muting herself.
No, you don't want a tambourine that close.
Well, then also probably a half beat later or whatever behind me. I want to address Lloyd Hanson's comment when you were singing, Renee. Lloyd commented and Brian put it on the screen for us. So, hey, Lloyd, we love you. Miss all you guys. We'll sign off and we'll see you guys in July for firecrackers, for football, and for already forgot the other one.
Freckles.
And reunion.
Freckles, firecracker.
Thank you. Fiddle and reunion. One of our words. Yeah.
Reunion. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.